It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 Madden. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his third season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Burrow on play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow looking to pass. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there was plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Burrow will throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Burrow on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. From the 29, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Chiefs add 8-3 now, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. He's got room at the 30, and he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Partner, remember that old film with Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And they go play action now. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now they'll run on the draw. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney from 6 yards away as his guys have now moved out in front.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception, taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Play action. It's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the prince.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Williams to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. McPherson on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Mahomes now on first down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Burrow will throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Out of the the shotgun. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack at this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And that's just another in a long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire would definitely be an understatement.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Now Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Mixing up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Bengals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From midfield now, Burrow.
Got him.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10.
That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat. First
down. I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mahomes now to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work his way down to the 16.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Jamar Chase hoping to be in center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Throwing, Burrow.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
To throw, Burrow.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Burrow.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Here's Burrow.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here.
And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Kansas City, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.